Starting your meditation, come into a comfortable position with your feet on the floor, grounding your feet. This will be the full grounding meditation. At the end, you'll have time to connect with your own guides or follow your own intuition to continue the meditation. And so finding yourself in a comfortable position, seated, feet on the ground, or lying on the floor, knees bent so the feet are on the ground. I'll instruct you at the end that it's okay to remove the feet from the ground and come into a more comfortable position if you like. And so starting with the circular breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Or if you prefer Ujjayi breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, and creating a strong vibration in the back of the throat, which is the Ujjayi breath. You can do that, which will help to bring the focus to the internal body. And so continue this circular or Ujjayi breath. Breathing down into the shoulders, into the chest, expanding with the inhale. And exhaling, my body is relaxed. Inhaling into the stomach, the core of the body. And exhaling, my body is relaxed. Inhaling, stretching the breath all the way down into the legs and the toes. And exhaling, my body is relaxed. And we're going to work with the right brain, the holographic brain. And this is how we can talk to the body and start making our transition for the meditation. And so with your mind's eye, I'd like you to see yourself, a version of yourself. This can be the energetic form of your body. It can be an outline of the shape of your physical body. It can be a picture of yourself or as if you're looking in a mirror. And if it's hard for you to visualize at this point, just make an intention with your internal quiet voice, stating that you intend to work with the energy of your body, and this will happen. The visualization will come with practiced meditation. And so working with the energy of the body, I want you to call to yourself a grounding platform. This is going to be something of your own making. It can be a shape, it can be a physical object, it can be something of the earth. Whatever it is, don't question, just receive. There's a way to use anything that comes to you. Don't let the left brain analyze. Stay rooted in the right receptive brain and just allow this gift to come to you. My grounding platform takes the shape of a star. Your grounding platform at some point may reveal deeper meanings to you. Might hold more of your soul's truth. And so at this point, just ask your grounding platform now to move under your feet. And with your mind's intent, I'd like you to lift up your right leg and visualize stepping your right leg down onto the top of your grounding platform. Allow it to actively be sucked down as if it's being magnetized down onto the top of your platform. And then now with your opposite leg, lift that up and allow it to forcefully be magnetized down onto the top of this platform. So both feet are now standing on top of the platform. And if this is a tree or something that maybe you can't stand on, just ask how you can ground onto it. Maybe you stand next to it, maybe it becomes your spine, maybe Maybe it cuts in half and it has a flat top that you can stand on. Whatever it is, it's going to allow you to work with it. And so when you're rooted onto your platform, now I want you to see the holographic image of the world. This doesn't have to be proportional to your size. Just something that you can work with. It's the knowing energy of the earth. And I want you to see all of the gridded lines, all of the ley lines that circulate the earth, the horizontal and vertical lines that run around the earth, creating a gridded pattern around the earth's surface. See as these lines are crystalline in energy, bright white shimmering lines of energy. And so now standing or hovering on your grounding platform, I want you to be moved towards the surface of the earth. And I want you to connect into the earth's ley lines somewhere, anchoring down on a spot that's good for you, that calls to you. Whether this means your back is now in your visual image, or you see a side image of your body, maybe you see your body straight on, however you need to lock down onto these crystalline lines of energy. Allow it to happen. And your grounding platform is going to make the connection for you. And then the energy, of course, moves through the grounding platform into your body. Now we're going to cultivate a strong breath, and with the exhale, we're going to actively push our grounding platform deep into the earth. We're going to look for an anchor point or the true earth. So the ascending Gaia, the true earth that is within the earth's surface, down into the center of the earth. We're going to anchor down onto the true earth. So we're going to, with our inhale and exhale, you can use 3 of these breaths. It can take you 10 breaths to make this exercise feel complete. But inhaling and with an active exhale, we're going to forcefully push our grounding platform down through the top of the earth, and you can watch as maybe the dirt moves or you're pushing down towards the center of the earth. And inhale and exhale and forcefully pushing down towards the earth, moving deeper and deeper, looking for your anchor point. This can be a point that's a mini circular ball, or it can be just a pinprick of a light that you're looking for. Your grounding platform will know. Your body will know when you've pushed, when you've exhaled deep enough. So continue inhaling and exhaling, forcefully pushing the energy, the grounding platform down into the earth until you find that connection into the anchoring point within the true earth. And as you make that connection, we're going to now work with the earth energy. And so with your mind's eye, I'd like you to ask to have presented to you a form of earth energy that you can work up through the earth into your body. So if this is a tree, if it's vines, if it's a string of ivy, if it's leaves or possibly flowers that you pull through your body, any mental image of earth energy will work and will be exactly what your body needs to ground and activate. We're going to be moving this energy through the meridian points. We're going to work with one of the 5 sacred rings of elemental energy. And so we're going to do the ring of earth. So we're going to move these through the U points on the meridian lines. And we're going to bring this energy along with the crystalline energy. So if you're working with a tree or a leaf or flowers, maybe they have a shining white brilliance to them, or just a sparkling brilliance to them. Or if you aren't visualizing, you can just intend to work through these points on the body, and it will happen. It will open and activate for you. So focusing down on the bottoms of the feet and on the grounding platform, onto the anchor point. We're going to inhale and actively pull up your version of the earth energy, and we're going to move it from the anchoring point through the bottom of the grounding platform. It moves through your platform and connects on to kidney 1 or bubbling springs, which is on the bottom of the foot. It's going to be located in between the first and the second toe, about an inch down on the back of the bottom of the foot, on the top of the bottom of the foot, moving from right in between the first and second toe, just an inch down, and it's going to end right at that inside of the ball of the foot. And so this is where the first connection point comes in our yinward flow of energy from earth up to sky. We're going to allow this energy to move in through this point, kidney point 1, bubbling springs on the bottom of the foot. And as it enters the inside of the body, this earth energy loves to coil around the bones of the body. It likes to make us very stable and secure. So allow the energy to just circulate around the bones of the body as it moves towards the back of the foot, behind the ankle. So point 2 is right at the back of the ankle, and as if your ankle was a clock, the face of a clock, 12 being at the very top part of the ankle, and 6 being at the very bottom, moving in a clockwise direction. If you find number 5 on that clock, that's where point 2 would be, right on the back, bottom of the ankle. And so this earth energy is going to come out. It's going to blossom, whatever, your flower, your leaf, your tree, a branch. It's going to blossom, exiting the body out this point, allowing a pool of earth energy to reside here for your body to draw from. Now the energy moves back into the internal leg. It follows the bone, moves up to the point behind the knee, at the dead center of the backs of the knees. This earth energy is going to exit the body again, leaving a beautiful flower, tree, leaf, whatever it is you're working with. Allow it to exit the body here, activating, cleansing, opening this earth energy point. The energy moves back to the internal body, follows the bones of the upper legs, moves around and through the pelvis. The 2 lines of energy now move around the spine and dance in an upward motion around the spine like the caduceus or the serpent kundalini energy does. It's going to move all the way up to the chest, and it's going to split off to each side of the body. Now it's going to come out the tops of the shoulders, right at the edges of the clavicle bone. This energy is going to exit the point here, right at the edge of the clavicle bone, leaving the earth energy exposed here on the tops of the shoulders. The energy now moves back up the sides of the neck, and one point moves to the front of the neck while the other point moves to the back of the neck, right underneath the Adam's apple. The points blossom again here, opening up the earth energy point. The points now move to the sides of the body, the sides of the neck, moves up the sides of the head to the point right underneath the ear where the earlobe connects and meets to the jaw area of the head. And the points here get activated by your earth energy moving out, expanding, blossoming out this point. Now these 2 lines of energy move back to the internal body, moving inside the head and makes almost a triangle up to the very centermost point at the top of the head where the energy exits the head and comes right out the top of the head, moving straight up through the 7th chakra and up through the higher spiritual chakras, moving through 8 through 12, moving about 10 feet above the head, and connects up with divine source light, and then returns back down in a yangward flow of energy. This energy moves now to the centermost point, the top of the head, comes back down to the points underneath the ears, blossoming, leaving the earth energy here, activating, charging. Moves down the sides of the neck to the point right under the Adam's apple. on the front and the back of the body, opening this point here, leaving another form of earth energy. Points slide down the sides of the neck, on the tops of the shoulders, to the point right on the outside of the clavicle bone, right at the edge, at the end of the clavicle bone, blossoming another flower, another vine of ivy or branch. From here, the energy moves back towards the spine, circulating down the spine, through the pelvis, through the upper legs, and out the points at the back of the knee. The energy moves to the distended leg, circles, coils down the bone of the leg, moves out the point on the back of the ankle, moves through the foot to the point right on the bottom of the foot where your foot meets the grounding platform. The energy moves through your platform, illuminating the platform. Moves down, connects to the anchor point in the true earth, in Gaia. And then creating this pattern again, moving the earth energy up in the inward flow from your anchoring point through the platform into kidney point 1, the bottom of the foot. Move the energy through the middle of the foot to the point on the outside, back of the ankle. Move the energy up the lower leg to the points on the backs of the knees. Move the points up the upper legs, through the pelvis, around the spine, to the points on the outsides of the clavicle bones, opening the points here, charging, creating pools of energy. Now moving up the sides of the neck to the points on the front and the back of the neck under the Adam's apple. Moving up the sides of the neck to the points right under the ears. From the ear points, merging until the one point at the crown of the head, exiting the crown of the head, moving all the way up the spiritual chakras, up to source light, and then returning in a yangward flow from heavens down to earth. This energy moves down the chakra pillar into the crown of the head, right at the center point of the head. One point turns into 2 as it comes out the base of the ears. Slides down the neck, moves out the points on the front and the back of the neck. Moves down the neck to the point on the sides of the clavicle bone. Moves down the spine, through the pelvis, through the upper leg to the point behind the knees. From the point behind the knees, moves down the distended leg to the point out the back of the ankle. From the ankle through the feet, exiting out through bubbling springs on the bottom of the foot, the ball of the foot. Moving through your grounding platform, activating and charging your platform. Moving back down into your anchor point, into the earth energy. And with a few breaths, feeling the energy of the body, feeling the frequency, feeling the soul inside the body. As we ground and slow down our mind, bringing attention on the physical, on the present, we allow space, we allow the still point so that our soul can enter into the auric field, into the body, giving you divine presence. And from here, we're going to start to circular breathe again, or put that intention on our breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. And we're going to cultivate in our mind a memory that holds pure joy, happiness, love, compassion. This can be a memory that involves you and somebody else, you and a child, you within nature, whatever brings you complete happiness, a strong memory that you can visualize and allow the emotion to just take over your body. And with our breath, we're going to now pull that memory down from the head. We're going to pull it down into the true heart, or the sacred center of the heart. And so with an inhale and an exhale, we're going to actively pull this memory down through the internal body. And we're going to bring it down behind the eyes. Inhale, exhale, pull this energy down. Behind the nose, behind the mouth. Inhale, exhale, feel the energy moving down from the head through the throat. Feel this memory moving down the body. Inhale, exhale, and allow this memory to now come into the chest. And your heart of hearts, or your true heart, your sacred space, it lies right behind your beating heart. And so find your beating heart and find that open space, that part of your true self that lies right behind your beating heart. And allow this memory, this emotion to sit in your true heart. And allow this energy to just take over your body, this joy, this happiness, this love, compassion. With every breath, allow it to circulate and transform your body. And when you've cultivated enough of this energy, just slightly open your shoulders. It might happen naturally. Exposing the heart center, and we're going to send this energy out into the universal divine heart. Inhale and exhale, and just allow this energy, this emotion to translate out into the universal divine heart, where you're gifting to the universal heart your joy, your happiness. Everything we send out comes back tenfold. So send just this pure love, this compassion, this experience and expression of you, of your divinity, out into the universal divine heart. And when every drop of that emotion has left, when you've given it all, find the stillness within your body, that pause in between the inhale and the exhale, the expansion and the contraction. And find the stillness of your sacred space, of your true heart. Now working with the sacred space of your heart of hearts, or your true heart, we're going to inhale and expand the heart into the chest cavity, into the body. And with the exhale, find that stillness, find that sacred space within your own body. We're going to inhale and we're going to expand our sacred space out into the room that we're in. And exhale and bring this stillness, find the stillness back within your body. Inhaling, expanding your heart into the state you reside in, allowing it to touch all the boundaries of this state. Filling it completely, and when you exhale, find that stillness, find that space where you're settled completely in calm within your sacred space. And inhaling, expanding the heart into the entire world, filling the world with your heart center, with your sacred space. And exhaling, finding that still point in the sacred space of the heart, in your physical vehicle, in your body. And lastly, inhaling into the entire universe, being all, being nothing, finding the boundaryless, finding the boundaries, finding the space within the space, finding everything, finding nothing, being one with the universal divine heart. Allow yourself to be with your heart in the reaches of the cosmos, in the entire universe. Feel yourself departiculate and be everywhere and be nowhere. Ask the divine universal heart to present itself to you. This could come in a visual image, it can come in a voice, it could come with a sensation in your body. Don't use your left brain, just allow your right brain to receive whatever way, whatever form the universal divine heart presents itself to you. This is a connection you want. This is a connection that you need to be completely expansive, to have all the knowing from the cosmos. Connect deeply your sacred space with the space of the universal divine heart. Take a few breaths and just receive. Be open. If it's a sensation in your body, acknowledge that as being connected with this universal divine heart. If it's a visual image, you can use that image to reconnect. If it's a name or a verbal cue, that might be your way. Maybe you're being given a mantra, a gift. And so find an inhale to find all the particles of your being, and with an exhale, come back into your still point in your own heart of hearts, in your sacred space, bringing back with you the divine connection to the universal heart. And being inside your own vehicle and your own physical body now. Just breathe into the space behind the heart. Acknowledge the deep connection that you've made, that will continue on with you anytime you acknowledge it, anytime you think of it. Now from here, we're going to focus our attention down to our anchor point in the ascending Gaia, in the earth. And we're going to allow this anchor point to send us a pillar, chakra pillar of white light, just a cylindrical tube of white light that's going to come up from this anchor point. It's going to move through the bottom of your grounding platform, through your platform, out through the top, moving up through your legs into the core of your body at the pelvic floor. This white pillar of light is going to move up through the root chakra, through the sacral chakra, through the solar plexus, through the heart, moving up through the throat, the third eye, out through the crown, all the way up through 8 through 12, your spiritual chakras, all the way up to source. And this is a completely unifying pillar. We're going to follow this pillar here using our sacred space, our heart work. We're going to focus back into the sacred space of the heart now. And with our breath, with an inhale, we're going to reach all the way up through that chakra pillar, through that antenna, through the body. Moving all the way up to source and calling in the Divine Mother, Divine Father to be with us in our sacred space. With your exhale, pulling the Divine Mother, Divine Father, inviting that energy into your heart of hearts. With an inhale, we're moving up, calling on the mighty I Am presence, knowing that you are all that you are. There is nothing outside of you that you need. Exhaling, pulling that down, inviting it into your sacred space. Moving from the heart center, inhaling, reaching all the way up, and calling in your own spirit team, your own guides to be with you in your sacred space. Exhaling, pulling that energy down and into the sacred space of the heart. Inhaling, calling on the highest and most loving archangels, the highest frequency and most loving angels, the ascended masters, the Christ civilization, the High Council, League of Light, exhaling, pulling the energies down and into your sacred space. Inhaling, calling in to Archangel Michael and his blue flame of protection. Exhaling, pulling Archangel Michael down into the sacred space of the heart. Focusing on the blue flame now in the sacred space, allowing it to become an orb of blue flame. And with an inhale, we're going to expand this out through the physical body, through the emotional, mental, and spiritual body, so that it sits right on the edge of our aura as a protective, healing blue flame of energy. Inhaling into the sacred space of the heart, reaching up, calling on Mother Mary and her pink flame, baby soft pink flame. Exhaling, pulling it down into the sacred space of the heart, and watching as this orb of pink flame with your inhale grows, expands out through the physical body, through the emotional, mental, and spiritual body, and sits right on the inside of Archangel Michael's blue flame. Inhaling into the sacred space of the heart, reaching all the way up, calling on the clear flame of clear sight, intuitive impulses, clairvoyance. Exhaling, pulling this flame down into the sacred space of the heart. Inhaling and expanding this flame to the outside of the body, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sitting right on the inside of Mother Mary's flame. Inhaling, reaching all the way up, calling on Saint Germain and his violet flame of healing, universal love and light, bringing that energy into the heart. Inhaling, expanding this energy, moving it through the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, settling it right on the outside of our auric energy. As it moves through, it clears, repairs, and heals our aura, our energetic body. And now, inhaling, moving down, calling on ascending Gaia, nature spirits, animal kingdoms, David realms, elemental forces, and crystalline forces. Exhaling, pulling that energy up into the heart of hearts, allowing the energy to be with us in our sacred space. To be, speak, act as one. And so it is. And now, placing your attention on your grounding platform that's connected into your anchor point in the earth. We're going to watch as the ley lines, the crystalline energy of the earth moves up through your anchoring point, surrounding your grounding platform, and it forms a spherical ball of protective energy around your external auric field. It's going to create a completely protective field of energy all the way around your aura. With every breath you take, it's going to harden and get more protective, more sealed together, more unified. And we call the crystalline energies here to protect us so that we may pray and meditate under the divine love of Source. And with this here, with this in place, you may work on any of your intentions. Using the breath, we're going to watch the body from a third-party perspective. See your beautiful, energetic, physical body and auric field with this protective crystalline ball of energy around you. And watch with every inhale as you want. You can contract your auric field, this ball of protective energy, so it comes in close to the body. Or with big exhales, inhales, you can expand this auric field so that you may travel and work throughout the cosmos. And without your intention, wherever you go, whatever your need is, this energy will follow. Just calling on it and acknowledging it. It's going to do its job no matter what you need. And so state your intentions for today, for your meditation, that only that which is of your highest good, of your divine soul purpose is going to come through for you today. You can set your intention to stay awake throughout the rest of your own meditation. State any other intentions. If you want to get to know your guides better, if you have specific questions about your own soul purpose, your own destiny, what you need to be doing right now, take this time. You can come into more of a relaxed position now with your feet. If you want to extend your legs out if you're lying down, or bring them up into a lotus seated position if you're sitting. And from here, I will leave you for your own silence. When you're done with your meditation today, remember to thank all spirit, and you can do it in a general sense. Or if you remember each entity's name, you can thank them individually. And closing, and so it is. I wish you much success in your own meditation.